Michigan residents will once again be allowed to feed birds and other wildlife near their homes under a new law signed by Governor Gretchen Whitmer. House Bill 4350 allows limited backyard wildlife feeding, even in areas where the Natural Resources Commission has issued deer and elk feeding restrictions. Under the law, residents can place feed within 300 feet of their home, provided the total amount on the ground doesn't exceed 2 gallons. The law says the feeding is intended to help prevent birds and other wildlife from starving or simply for recreational viewing. State Representative Ken Borton of Gaylord, who sponsored the legislation, says feeding songbirds and backyard wildlife helps people appreciate Michigan's natural beauty and shouldn't have been treated as a criminal act. The new law doesn't eliminate all deer feeding restrictions, however. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources can still enforce disease control measures when necessary to help prevent the spread of illnesses such as bovine tuberculosis and chronic wasting disease. That's important because deer feeding rules are different in Michigan's upper and lower peninsulas. Recreational deer feeding has generally remained legal in the UP, while baiting and feeding have been banned across the lower peninsula since 2018 to help slow the spread of wildlife diseases. Because of that, the new law isn't expected to change much for residents here in the Upper Peninsula. Instead, it mainly clarifies that homeowners across Michigan can feed birds and other backyard wildlife within the law's limits without violating deer feeding restrictions. The DNR continues to encourage residents to feed wildlife responsibly by keeping feeding areas clean, limiting the amount of feed placed on the ground, and avoiding practices that attract large numbers of deer to one location, which can increase the risk of disease transmission.